Welcome back to BC Procast, episode 12. The 1-2. We're pre-teens.
Pre-teens. We're looking for that, driver's license. We're looking forward to getting to high school. The pre-teens.
Wait, are you in high school at 12?
No, you're looking forward to high school.
Oh, gotcha.
You're middle school, right?
Yeah. I also don't. I'm horrible with ages and stuff.
Wait, 14 is you begin high school.
I believe so. What do you think of my fit?
Your fit? I love it.
You love it?
I do.
You see these pants?
I do. See the pants?
They're cargo pants.
Which means what?
I don't know.
Because I'm wearing pants. Jeans. Oh, jeans are different than pants.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Actually, the backstory behind jeans, jeans originated for gold miners.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I read it somewhere.
Listen, I believe you, but I'm just curious. That's an odd.
Yeah, they were made for that. So the jean material was made, to be tougher and rougher.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for the miners. Yeah.
Like pants and shirts and stuff like that, or did they just wear?
I'd assume. I don't know about up top. Maybe I don't know if it came more of a style, but the jeans, pants. That's why they're tough and they're good. Not like more original jeans that have stretchy fit and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're wearing. Where'd you get your jeans? Aeropostale. They're
H&M had a great deal.
They had a 2-for-1 special. I'm wearing my good jeans today.
Excuse me, sorry. But I like these pants.
Okay.
For different reasons. One, they have a lot of pockets. Two,
okay,
I like the color.
Okay.
Kind of goes with a lot of stuff. Yeah. And three, I think they're very versatile. Because right now I have them cuffed up.
Yeah.
I think they kind of look cool. Then I can lift them all the way down, kind of look at the skater vibe. Okay. But then I feel like I could also roll them up, and it's kind of like a preppy person. Kind of vibe. Also,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Roll it up, and then it could be shorts.
Right.
And I feel like it's acceptable. By the way, we had to talk about pants in a little bit. I remembered the word.
For?
Do you know all the times I've been asking you about driving in a desert? Do you want one last shot?
At what it is?
Yeah.
Did it have to go with what you guessed it?
It sounds similar to it, but it wasn't the same starting of the letters.
Is it volt? No, you didn't say volting. What was the word that
I was saying moabbing?
Moabbing, yeah. Is it doabbing? Dobing?
No.
Mobing.
It wasn't the same starting letters. I'll tell you this. And I was talking to my friend, and I gave him this scenario because I've been going around asking people what does it mean when you're driving around and just trying to just absolutely rip it through dunes and stuff like that. A synonym, I guess, would be mudding or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he said the word
right away.
In the very moment that I was right away. And you don't understand the release it's had because you know how many people I've been asking about for the past weeks.
And you gave the same scenario.
And he got it exactly. You ready for it? Bahaying.
You know that word?
Well, I forgot the word, but now I do. Did you know that word?
No. Bahaying?
Bahaying. Yes.
That's an actual word?
Yes. It's meaning I looked it up for the dictionary. It's not just trucks, but it's jet skis on the waves. It's pickup trucks. It's 4-wheelers. It's motorbiking, motocross bikes.
Yeah.
All that. But when you're basically just ripping through off of dunes, waves. If you just another synonym is mudding. It's bahaying.
Bahaying.
Yeah.
Why would someone say that?
I don't know, but that's a cool. Let's make a brand out of that.
Bahaying?
Isn't that a cool word?
It is a cool word.
Baha'ing,
But I
and then
feel
like the
it's-
meaning behind it, I feel like you could do something.
I feel like when I say Baha'ing, I feel like I'm either trying to speak a different language
Or laughing.
or I'm like
Baha'ing.
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 But also I feel like I'm like saying a word wrong.
I don't know. I like it.
Because I think of Baja Blast, which
Yeah,
is
I
a
know.
Mountain Dew.
If we look off into it, what if the branding is kind of like that vibe?
It makes you want to do that stuff.
I don't know. I love that word. Baha'ing.
Baha'ing.
I looked up the word Baha,
Baha'ing. Yeah.
and I think it was I think it has to be Baha'ing.
Yeah.
Because I think Baha is like a religious Arabic thing.
It sounds a little bit religious.
Or like something, whatever.
Baha.
So if we made a brand, it had to be like Baha'ing.
With a wave on it. No.
It'd have to be like, it could be that shape because a dune and a wave kind of look like similar.
And mountains look the same.
But I think it'd be so cool because like...
Dude. Okay. Are you about to say the same thing?
No, I know where you're going though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, you know how like it has like the 3 triangles? You could have a mountain, a wave, and a... Were you actually thinking that?
No, but when you said a dune and... When I said a dune, you said wave, I said dune, and you're like a mountain, and I saw you go. I thought you were gonna like put them all into one, but the 3 waves.
Yeah. Behind.
Yo.
Buy your merch behind.
No copyright, trademark, intellectual property. You can't take that.
You can't take
IP.
it.
Dude, okay, so let's do this. This is a thing.
Okay.
So Baha'ing,
Yeah.
and then so would we have it all be big? The ing.
Behind. Yeah, I feel like you'd. But Baja would look cool.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Do you make it ing smaller?
Though.
No, but like you keep ing, but
Yeah.
do you make it smaller or do you make it look like hyphenated? Or do you put it over or under? Do you put it under the mountains? Under the 3 things.
Oh, you actually, yeah.
So you do Baha and then ing, but don't do the lowercase g. So it's not hanging low. So it's capital I, capital N, capital G.
Yeah.
And then the dune, the mountain, and then the wave.
Yeah. And then our trademark could be for every adventure. Because you
For
go
every
dooning.
adventure, yeah.
You could go on the mountain. You can go snowmobiling. You like go through all that stuff for every great adventure.
I think it's a cool word, and like also like, so a lot of like brands I choose to wear like when they're like random besides like the Adidas and like big name brands like I'm trying to like think of an example like Ruka, Cabela's.
Yeah.
What's another recent thing I got?
The workout one.
Which one is that?
With all like the gym people.
Oh yes, that one. Like those stuff. Dark Seas. I have another one that
Dark
I recently
Seas
got.
is a cool name.
Yeah.
What brand? What do they do?
And last one like Maserati.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
No. That does not fit in there.
Yeah, it does.
Maserati?
Because the Trident.
Wait, not the car? Like the car brand? Yeah. That's not like a low-key brand. That's what you were talking
People
about?
don't like wear that and like openly like compliment they like the Maserati like symbol and stuff.
Okay, so
I was looking up Tridents at school.
If I say what?
I said businesses that have Tridents.
And Maserati.
Because I wanted another, like the Dark Seas, they have Tridents. I wanted another Trident thing, and Maserati, their symbol on their car is a Trident.
Maserati
which is from,
not a low-key brand.
I forgot the city, Bolognese, or Bologna, or something like that.
Is where they're from?
It has Poseidon, in like a fountain.
Okay.
In like the small town, and it's Poseidon with a trident, and one of the brothers of the company that started it.
Maserati?
Yes.
Okay.
They're walking around, and the 2 brothers were kind of like, dude, is it weird that I know this?
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is what you're doing for school.
No, this is not for school. I was just like bored. I was bored. They were working on stuff, and I was just like sitting there. I finished all my other grading. So the two brothers, they were kind of like the ones, 2 or 3 brothers. There was either 4 in total or 3 in total. But 2 of them were more like into the cars and everything like that. There was racing. That's where it kind of all started.
Okay.
That's actually where a lot of those Italian cars kind of like start out of. Like even if you watch the movie Ford vs. Ferrari,
Yeah.
they're like, how do we get our name out there? How do we get our name out there? How do we become the number one car? Everything was built off racing, pretty much.
Okay.
So all those cars, like they would like how there's the Tour de France for bicycles. They would have like these Grand Prix for cars, and like there's that car race. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a 24-hour race. Things like that.
That'd be so crazy.
So whoever would win that would then boost sales. So that's Maserati. That's kind of they got into, and then the Ford versus Ferrari, that movie, which is a great movie.
Is it wonderful?
Ford was like they wanted to make themselves known in that car world rather than just Henry Ford making all these like cheap through a system cars. Anyway, so I think there are 3 or 4 brothers. Anyways, one less brother was not into cars as much, more into like the arts, and he was walking around their city, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's a city in Italy, and starts with a B. And the Bologna, I think it's Bologina or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure, so don't check me on that. But he's walking around and he saw their like town. Dude, I say the word and I can't remember what it's called. What's this? Fountain. And it was with Poseidon because they're like near the water as well.
Yeah.
And so he was inspired by the trident, and that's why Maserati has the trident in their logo. Cool. Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with like them specific. Like, do they make boats?
No. It's just no.
Okay.
It's just more about like what the Poseidon, like it's a weapon. It's like a king's weapon.
Okay.
It's like grand. It's powerful. Like you look at Poseidon, then you like even look at like Aquaman now, who's the king of the ocean and stuff like that. Which shout out to Aquaman from the last one. But yeah, how did we talk about Maserati and all that stuff? Oh, brands.
Yeah, that's not a low key brand. Do you think Lamborghini's a low key brand?
For like wearing?
Oh, were you just talking about wearing?
Yeah, I'm talking about like wearing stuff.
Okay.
Like if I had a Maserati hat. The point that I need to make that will make that last sentence clear, before I wear a brand, I like to like know what it's about.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like to know what's inspired.
Yeah.
So like we're wearing this Cabela's thing. Like before I got this hat, I like looked up Cabela's. I know what Cabela's is, but like instead of just looking at it, I go to the about page and I kind of look how like they started. Yeti. That's what I recently did. I have a Yeti camo hat.
One, yeah.
And before just getting a Yeti camo hat, because I wanted a camo hat.
Yeah.
Before I got the Yeti camo hat, I got this after I got the Yeti hat.
Okay.
So if I would have gotten this, I probably would have got the Yeti camo hat. But I haven't worn it yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
But before I got the Yeti camo hat, I wanted a camo hat. And I was going to get a different camo hat brand, Relentless USA. But that's because it's like from another creator that I like. That's his brand and stuff like that. And I really like him. But it didn't work out. So I was like, man, I want a camo hat. I know you have a Yeti hat that I've always liked. And so I was like, I want a Yeti. They're like outdoorsies or something like that.
Yeah.
If they have camo, I'm like, oh, it's a cool camo hat. But I'm like, I don't want to just get a brand because I don't hunt or fish. I don't do stuff like that. I know it might look like it.
You look like a manly man.
Thank you. I don't hunt or fish, but I definitely am an outdoors person. Like, I like to walk all the time.
Yeah.
I'm recently getting into camping, if you like previous episodes, but I like to be in nature a lot. Like, I very much enjoy traveling and stuff like that. But with Yeti, I wanted to know, like, more about the company before I, like, wear them.
Yeah.
So a lot of companies I look up their About Us tab and read their backstory.
That's actually kind
of how they get started. So Yeti, they're again, I think they're a family with like a father and some sons, or there's some sons, and like every brand starts with some sons. But They had coolers and everything like that would constantly break down, but they wanted something that you can have at like a very high quality that could withstand fishing, hunting, camping, all that stuff. So a lot of it's just like based off of like the love of nature and the outdoors and exploring.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I kind of got from it.
That's your brand.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I was like, I can back that.
Yeah.
And like they got into other things too, but like they're mainly known for like their coolers. So I was like, all right. So like before I wear something like I like about us, like Cabela's, obviously I know it's like a store, but it's much deeper than just that. It's like providing like nature, like the outdoor fun, like the back says the world's foremost outfitter. And so it's just like basically just talking about like to go out there in this world, like we create things for that.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. And then with Dark Seas, I looked at their stuff. Ruka, I looked at their stuff. So I like to know like what I'm wearing. I don't know how I got to that.
Because that's like you like check what you represent, and so like someone sees it. It's not like you're wearing, because for example like Balenciaga, like you wouldn't. I don't think you would wear that because of like what it represents, what it's about, kind of stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to hear that you actually care.
Yeah, and it's also going back to Bahaing, I think it'd be cool if like for our About Us page, like in this hypothetical realm, we kind of like take that and run with it of being like, going out like adventuring, but not just being like a part of like the flow. But like moving beyond the flow state, moving beyond like normal society and like standing out and like daring to be great and taking those risks. I feel like you can kind of like change the wording and market.
Yeah.
And create that brand of like not being on the beaten path. Like that could probably be like one of the sayings of like driving off the path is more fun. Like something like that. Yeah. Or like
dare to adventure.
Yeah, or like who said anything about a road, or who said anything about going straight.
Oh, yeah.
Like
who needs roads?
Or the destination doesn't have to be straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're constantly like, or like who needs roads or something like. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
That'd be I think that
we should draw this up. I'm actually going to draw it up once we're done and like write something about it. But I think it'd be cool. Like Baja is big, and then below is the ing.
Yeah.
With the things.
I think it'd be cool.
Should we make a brand?
Let us know.
That's actually a great question. So say this with all of your stuff. We decided to create a brand, because we are sponsored by Cabela's.
And Cabela's.
Right now we're sponsored by Cabela's. Thanks for sponsoring this pod. Check out their stores. But if we were to create like a brand off of this to sell, because we want to advertise our own thing to make money off of our own stuff. But we just love to do this for free. So
let that sit for a
just
second.
let that sit. What were your thoughts? Would you want us to do something BC Pro cast more like it, or should we make a brand that's outside of our name but is our own? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Or I think I can think of an example.
So like for example, one of our people that we interviewed, Larry, like how he has Not Done Yet, like Autumn Athletes. That's like a part of what he is.
It's not called Larry Swanson.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Or
would you want to keep it BC?
No, I like if I mean BC Pro merch would be so cool, but also I would love that idea to not be a part of it, only because I feel like it's a different kind of vibe, you know what I mean? And it's not like anyone could wear it. You don't have to like be supportive of BC Pro. You could just be supportive of adventure.
Yeah, if you relate to that. Sorry, I'm writing this down right now because I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
So, if you want to say anything.
I would love to. Yeah. But, I actually have a story about Yeti. So, Braedon here is such a wonderful guy. So handsome. so charming, very funny. But one of his great qualities is he's very caring and sweet. And so I got a Yeti hat, a full blacked out Yeti hat from Florida. And this is actually, by the way, I don't buy hats. So it was kind of like a milestone. And I was with him and I was like, oh, I'm between these two brands or these two colors. And so we chose this all black and I was like, oh yeah. So I was like wearing it. I was wearing it a ton just because it was so cool. And I don't know how, but it just like disappeared. And so I never saw it again. And then it was like a year, I feel like, without it. And Braedon went to Florida and he was like, you know what? He remembered that I lost it and I was so I was like so sad. And he was like, I need to get him a Yeti hat. And apparently it wasn't in like some stores. So he was like walking around and bringing these people that wasn't even a part of getting the Yeti hat. He was taking them with just to make sure that I got it. And so he's just a great guy. You cannot mess up on him.
Thank you. I appreciate
Great
that.
character. Speaking of that, why would you need to wear pockets? That many pockets?
Oh, great stuff. Bringing it back to it. I think it's important because you can carry a lot of stuff. And
what's in your pockets right now?
Nothing.
What would be in your pockets?
So this is where I was going with this from the
okay.
very start. You see these pants, I like it because they're tan, because of the pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Also like it because you can wear them in like kind of different ways. Cuff them, roll them up, push them down, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also like these shoes.
Okay.
I like these really shoes because, first of all, I think they look really cool. The color. They're also,
just in case it's not in the shot, you want to lift them up a little bit more.
No,
more
it got
points,
in the shot.
And
you
you
got
have
in
the
the
points.
shot. I know. I edited the clips. It got in the shot. They also are like kind of like broken in.
Yeah.
And I think they're like they can look nice, but I also think you can like use them for different reasons. So, saying all this, I like the idea of going to Europe and backpacking. But when you backpack, you obviously can't bring a lot of stuff. So in my head, I'd probably bring like maybe 2-3 pairs of whatever I'm wearing, or just wear the same piece of clothes. Make sure I just stay, hygiene wise, but just wear layers and like mix and match it or whatever. But these are pretty much the pants I would wear every day for however long, or in between two kinds of pairs of these pants.
Okay.
Talking about the pockets, because if I have my passport, I'd rather keep that, especially zip tied, like how it's in there.
Oh, dude, I do not like that sound.
Is like located easily. If I have my wallet, my passport, my phone, any like important things, keeping them close on me. Something that's not easily accessible. I know they can be in the backpack, but like, if you set something, like if you go into a hostel, and I've heard that they're always not like the best, so you should like keep your stuff close to you, have things locked and things like that. Yeah. Because there's a lot of random strangers, and they're very cheap to get into. I'd like sleep with that stuff probably on me, and then have like hold my backpack or have it elsewhere. So it's like I like the idea to be able to hold a lot of important things with me. And then sometimes like in normal life, you have your keys, you have your wallet, you have your phone, if you have your girlfriend's phone, stuff like that. I haven't like used these pockets often, but I have before in the past. So I bring that all up is because like I want to do like a backpacking trip, and I've thought many times before like how I'd want to, like what clothes I'd want to wear, that like if I couldn't change them. And I found out I would layer. So I'd wear these pants, then below I'd wear some like very light shorts. Okay. That are not like very light shorts, so I don't like feel them. And then with that I'd wear like socks, probably like maybe higher socks, maybe not like high socks, but maybe like mid-height, just for whatever reason, if it gets like I need more sock or less sock. Then it'd be these shoes, Sambas, or I have like almost another pair of shoes that I would think about too, because they're just they're very like durable, and like also they can wear it in different ways and different fits if I want to look good or not. And then when it comes up to top, I think I'd have like a big shirt, like a big, like heavy, baggy shirt, then a light coat over it, and then below those like a tank top or like something smaller. So it's like if it ever gets hot for whatever reason. And then I'd bring a hat. Probably I'd bring one hat, and that'd probably be, I don't know. I have a lot of hats. I have a lot of hats. I don't even know. I definitely have more than
20.
Yeah, I would say I have more than 20.
Are you serious?
I would think so.
More than 20?
Yeah. I think I have like 12 on the back of my door.
And just
and then that's not even counting like the pile on the floor. So I think I'm around 20 or more.
Are they all like caps, or are they like, do you count beanies as?
No, they're all these.
What?
All caps, yeah. I'm not counting like beanies, any bucket hats or whatever, like just straight up hats. I love hats.
What?
Yeah. So I know it's great. And I have a lot of shoes too, which
I think, oh yeah, you do have
I have a lot of shoes. It's just because I don't get rid of them.
Wait, you have a lot of clothes in general.
I have a lot of
You have a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not that you like are into clothes. It's just
I'm fashionable.
No, that's but I'm saying like you're not into clothes as like you take out your old stuff.
I don't go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't take out your old stuff or
I just keep everything.
You keep everything.
Yeah. I have any girl watching this right now, I have more clothes and more shoes than you. Which I don't know if that's a flex.
Crazy.
I don't know if that's a flex, but and it's not on purpose either. Not on purpose. I'm not like purposely trying to beat people or like counting my stuff, but yeah, I have more clothes and more shoes than probably any girl watching this right now.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, do you put them in bins, or do you? Because like
they're in bins. I'll have so many downstairs, and hoodies. I have unbelievable amount of hoodies as well.
Okay. Wow.
I could set up a store.
Okay.
I could actually like fill out a store. Not a whole store, but like if you gave me like this room that we're in.
Yeah.
For people that come know where this room is, you guys would see it. But if you're here, like I could fill up racks along each wall in here and make this like a mini store.
It's like, for the people who don't, it's like a living room. It's like a living room, a long living room, and he's saying he could fill it out with racks.
I think I could. I hope my mom doesn't see this because she gets on me so much.
What's the rule? What's the rule that you have?
She gets mad at me when I get new clothes because I don't have a lot. I don't go shopping. Yeah. I don't go shopping, but every once in a while,
recently you've gotten into it.
Yeah, like because I've gotten money. I like to thrift. That's why.
Yeah.
But recently I've been like getting like random cool shirts, random cool hats, random cool hoodies.
Yeah.
And she's kind of put, now she's chill about it because I'm like, Mom, why you making me feel bad? But she is like, okay, if you're bringing something in new, you have to start getting rid of stuff.
That's crazy.
Which I don't do.
I can't wrap my head around you have clothes in bins.
Yeah.
Because, be honest with me, how many times do you look at those clothes in the bins?
When I go downstairs and I see it, I grab, I'm like, oh, I have that? Because I forget, and I grab it and take it upstairs. But if you ask if you ask my girlfriend, Kenzie, and she's the only one that really comes at me for my clothes, and then maybe some other random girls, they say I don't wear all my clothes. They say I pretty much wear like the same stuff. And that's why they're like, why do you have all those clothes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's so funny?
I just thought, I thought it was funny.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny because you said my girlfriend and some other random girls that you know, or?
Yeah, that I know. Okay.
Like your friends.
Sometimes my sister or some of my friends.
I've never gotten on you.
The girls that are friends.
Yeah.
It's not really guys that get on me for it.
You pointed at me, and I was like, wait, what?
Like, you know them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're dating all my friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of like... But then I could have just said my sister. I don't know. But...
Dude, it's just so funny. I still... Because in my closet, what you see is all I have.
Yeah.
And I don't do it frequently, but I'll go through stuff that I know I have not worn. It is, I will admit, it is a stripping process where you feel like you kind of lose a piece of you.
Yeah.
Because you're like, but what if? That is the thing.
People have charged me with like being like a hoarder.
A hoarder?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you have paintings too.
What do you mean?
You have paintings. Now I'm starting to think of all the stuff you have.
I'm a sentimental guy, dude. I love everything.
No, okay. But let's put a line. Where does it become hoarding, and when does it come?
That's what I'm saying. Like when it's like you walk in and you can't move.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that's hoarding. Everything has a spot right now.
Yeah.
Even if it's like stuffed.
What are you gonna do when you have a house? More room for.
Well, I'm gonna have a walk-in closet.
Like 2 closets, or is there gonna be one?
It's my walk-in closet.
What about your wife?
If there's another closet that's a walk-in, she can have that one, or she'll just have the other closet. Really? The thing is, I have more clothes than my girlfriend does.
Do you really?
And more shoes, yeah.
Does she have anything in her bins, or is what
No.
you see is what you...
What I think she has the same thing. She just recently went through and like minimalized her clothes, and she said as a girl, it's very like stress relieving. Like it takes a weight off her chest, because a lot of girls, like, they take time to pick out their clothes. Even guys do it too. But the less clothes you have to work with, and if they're all staple pieces, then you can like mix and match them.
Yeah.
So if you set up your wardrobe like pretty early, where you're like, this piece works with a lot of different things, then you can like bring down the number like a lot.
I see.
Sometimes I envy that. Like I wish I had some like just only my staple pieces. Like it low key sometimes it would just be easier. But also I'm like, I don't know, I like...
Do you have duplicates?
My stuff.
Like
yeah, maybe
duplicate
one or
in
two.
Like shirts?
Of like Brew 52.
Oh, yeah. That's
or like random things like that, but...
So it's not like you have the same plaid shirt?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all. In fact, I have a lot of superhero shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a duplicate, but they're all different.
Well, superheroes are awesome.
Yeah.
My reward for getting rid of clothes is having hangers. Because I told myself I am not buying any more hangers.
Yeah.
I will get rid of clothes in order to get hangers.
Wait, do you actually get rid of clothes?
Yeah, like I'll put them in like bags, and then I'll either go to like Goodwill or something like that.
Also, another thing for people watching, I have pride?
Yeah.
When it comes to hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
I love hand-me-downs. Well, some people I think don't like hand-me-downs. I love hand-me-downs. I love something that has a meaning that I like to thrift a lot.
Yeah.
I like something that's cool, something that's older. So
if
you ever have anything, let me know.
Well, the thing is, the things that I get rid of, it's nothing I like. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me know. I might like it. If that's okay. If you're okay with that.
Of course.
Cool.
I don't know actually how I'd feel.
If I was wearing your thing.
Yeah.
And then you start liking it again? Is that what you mean? If you're I hate this, you get it. And then you're just kind of like,
that's a good
like
shirt.
when is the time end where you're like, give it back?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
is it like a day or is it like,
can I borrow a shirt? Oh, I like that one.
I like that one.
I think it has to be a 50-mile radius of giving up clothes.
No.
Yeah, that circle needs to be 50 miles around.
But what if you say you don't like it though when you give it away?
I know, but that comes up. Or if someone compliments that shirt and it's my shirt, or was
and
my
then you
shirt,
have to be like, yeah, I gave him that. That was mine.
Well, that's one thing.
And then
they
go, why'd you give it to him? It looks great. You're like, I don't know.
Dang. Yeah, it's like,
give it back to me.
Shoot, I shouldn't have. Yeah, that if someone complimented, like if I gave you a sweatshirt, and then someone complimented it, I'd be like, what do you like about it? And then if they're like, oh, the color's cool, it matches, I'd be like, oh man. And you can't like buy a duplicate of that.
Yeah, then it's weird.
Then it's weird. Now we're wearing the same shirt, and then I have to get rid of that one day.
Yeah.
Now I have to get rid of that one any day.
That is funny. We were talking about superheroes for a second. I wanted to talk about this before we had to come close because I think we could both talk about stuff. I recently just saw a movie. I saw multiple movies.
Okay.
And it's about guys in like the military or like armed that like have training within like armed forces.
Okay.
And then like they beat people up and stuff in fights. And I'm like, man, that's so cool. Kind of even brings it back to the Captain America thing. We're like, man, it's cool to be like lethal. Like the body.
Yeah.
Or like just dangerous, like combative.
Right.
I think that'd be cool. And it kind of makes me think, you know, I like to work out. And I have this guy that I follow on social media and stuff. And he, like, for his work, he works out.
Okay.
And, like, he's a bodybuilder and stuff like that. But he's been getting into more, like, running and boxing. And I'm like, man, that's so cool. Like, because, you know, I'm not, like, a big muscular guy. I'm not, like, the leanest guy. I'm, like, definitely, for all the workout I do, it's sad that I have a mid physique. Don't you work out, like, every week and you have a mid physique? Yeah, I know. It's like a genetic thing.
It's like a genetic thing.
But, like, if I was in a situation where, like, my life was, like, creating content of working out, I would definitely get into a sport or a functional thing to make it more, like, active and more applicable. Because being a huge, big bodybuilder and having big muscles, it looks fantastic. And there is application. You are healthier being stronger and having more muscle mass than fat. You do need fat to survive and live for everyone. Like, you need fat on your body. It's very healthy and important for you to have fat. You can't have obsessive fat. But I'm like, man, it would be so nice to live that life where you just have to be fit and healthy and, like, being active. And a lot of people have different passions for it. I think we both would, like, love that kind of life. But also it's, like, you definitely want to lean into that size. And it's, like, you also look at MMA fighters. There are the exceptions where they're big and, like, muscular bodybuilding. But a lot of them they look insane because they're so insanely lean because they're cut. But, like, in reality, it's not like they needed... Like, they don't have big muscles either. But, like, it creates a more functional human being that can do more. Like, being able to squat a lot of weight, that's great. Being able to, like, bench something that's heavy, being able to, like, do this stuff. But also, it's just, like, can you just manipulate your body weight? And then can you create force and power? Like, a lot of people that can jump high, they can't squat, like, 315. You know what I mean? But then there's people that can squat heavy weights and, like, also jump high because they create that power. But basically, my thing off of you is, like, what do you think about the idea of being, like, more functionally fit, where your body's more of, like, an instrument than, like, an ornament?
Yeah. I think...
Do you disagree? Like, or agree or whatever
I think I would... So your stance is you would want to be more... daily useful, like in the things that you do.
My stance is, if I was a content creator and I was, like, working out for my living, I would definitely do, like, bodybuilding stuff, but I would definitely have a focus of having functional strength. And if that is in boxing, if that's getting into calisthenics, if that is running, like, long distance, if it's just overall being, like, healthier rather than more aesthetic.
Yeah.
I would make that part of my routine more so.
I think I would agree with you with wanting to be more athletic in the way of what I do. But also I really like sports. And if you're a bodybuilder, it's kind of hard to play soccer, I feel like, because your cardio or the way that you move around, you're carrying more, because muscle weighs more than fat. So now you're carrying more of muscle and you weigh more and stuff like that. But I also really like I don't really wouldn't want to be huge and stuff like that. So I think I would be more of that daily use athleticism, or when I work out, it's not that I'm trying to get huge. It would just be my workouts would obtain something more of 30 minutes of basketball or 20 minutes of just punching a bag or something like that. Because, I mean, I think it's cool, but...
One thing I've been lacking is my cardiovascular health, like pushing my endurance. And I think that's so important because you're talking about functional strength and like having to be applicable into real life, like that transfer to real life situations. They have this quote that says, a lack of cardio makes a coward out of anyone.
Yeah.
And with anyone fighting or anyone doing any exercise or anything like that, you can do something for a short amount of time, but after that, you're done. Like, even looking at pro-level athletes, they have the professional skills of passing, shooting, dribbling, sprinting around people, all that stuff. But if they can't do it more than 3 reps or do it take that shot more than 10 times with perfect form or something like that because they're lacking cardio, you then lose that professional edge of, like, that skill of, like, because your body can't operate at that optimal level of skill, of performance, of form, all that stuff. So it's like that's one thing I've been really lacking, and I definitely could tell because like we play soccer once a week, and I'm like, oh, that's my cardio for the week. But like I'm showing up and I'm playing, and I'm like, I just don't do any much more damage afterwards. Like if I was able to run full 90 minutes without like being tired or my legs feeling like they're burning, it's like, do you know how much more productive I would be?
Right.
And like how much better I'd help on defense and on offense if I'm not like, or like have to slow down or like walk. It's just,
because in that when you're tired, you know where to be, you know how to be there and stuff like that, but you almost now second guess yourself of, I don't want to be tired, or I know that I have to get back on defense, or I have to run up, and then you're like, oh, dude.
Yeah, I think what makes an athlete or a person to a higher level of athleticism or of performance is like the longevity of it.
Yeah.
Of like a time period you can do it. So it's like if you're able to throw a perfect 1-2, like a jab cross, and you can do that for 100 times rather than 15. Like just think about how more of an athlete, how more of an elite level of human being you are if you can do something for a long period of time. Like keep that high peak performance, the high RPMs much longer.
Yeah.
I think that's what separates people. And also they talk about being an athlete, your legs. If you want to be athletic, you need to have legs to do stuff.
I know.
Great power and
which
things like that.
Stinks.
They don't need to be big though. They just have to be able to generate force, and they have to be conditioned.
Yeah. With great power comes great legs.
With great power comes great responsibility of working out your legs.
Legs, dude, are horrible. What time is it?
It is 6:14.
Oh, I actually gotta go.
Do you want to close this out?
Yes, I would love to.
You want to give us a little example thing now, so it's not just Actually, you do your thing.
And a little bit of an example.
Explain why we're cutting this so short, and we apologize that this week's episode is a little bit shorter.
So, we had a busy weekend, I would say, up until the weekend, and then the weekend. So, we had to squeeze this week's podcast in, but we still are trying to create content for you guys to watch throughout the week. Probably the day. You could probably watch it.
I think this podcast is great. It's just, sorry it's a little shorter than usual.
Yeah. But come back next week. Well, to be fair, the last podcast.
Oh, we're covered. Never mind.
We're covered. Just go watch the last podcast. Or watch the last podcast all the way through and you'll be good. Yeah. But we hope that you guys enjoyed it. We're here to fuel your curiosity. And we love that you're on this journey with us. And hopefully, what was the word? Bahaing? Yeah. Hey, Baja through your week today. There's no roads. Dude, come on. There's no roads. There's no paved path. Destination isn't always going straight. You make it the way you want to. But turn on those post notifications. Watch the reels. Enjoy them. Let us know anything that we can do better. And we'll see you on the next week. Like and subscribe. Did I say we're here to fuel your curiosity? Not enough. We're here to fuel your curiosity. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah.